Hey, this is Heidi Dawson. If you love all things health and wellness and style of any kind, hang out here with me each week. I'm obsessed with never-ending improvement, and it's all in an effort to help each one of us live a wildly successful lifestyle. Subscribe today so you don't miss a thing. Hi, guys. Welcome to episode 160 of the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm happy that we're on this journey together of growth and expansion and reaching for the next good feeling thought. And that's what makes life good, isn't it? Reaching for good thoughts, even when it seems like there's a lot of noise and chaos going on all around us. The thing about that noise and chaos is, though, that there's a lot of good that's going on around us too. But that really doesn't sell. So what's constantly being pushed in front of us is fear. And it is kind of addictive to always have something chaotic going on because it can distract us from other things that maybe we'd like to avoid. But is that making us better? I mean, is this really the time to be taking in constant fear and noise? Or is it the time to shut it all down and just live? Live without fear. Live without judgment. Live without worrying what everyone else is doing or saying. Live in a manner that makes us better. I mean, taking care of our mind, our health, and our personal environment. Getting away from all that noise and chaos, because a lot of times the things we're taking in that stress us out doesn't even really affect us. I mean, some might say, well, it could affect us, or maybe it does affect us. But does it really? I mean, are the things that are stressing you out, if you're watching the media or the news or whatever, is it affecting you legitimately? Like your day-to-day life is being actually affected? Or is it affecting you because you're reading it and consuming it and thinking about it and talking about it and posting about it? At any given moment, you have the ability to look at a situation in a way that makes you feel better. Or you can look at that same situation in a way that makes you feel really bad. Every single situation in your life, there's more than one way to look at it. And I know there's enough right now to look at to make you feel bad for 100 years if you let it. You just have to decide if you're going to let it. Now, the drama of the week was President Obama. He celebrated his 60th. He had a big, happy celebration, no mask, just happy people dancing around. I mean, he looked genuinely happy to me, and I was glad to see it. Now, some were upset about it, saying, why does he get to have a party and we don't? But why don't you? I mean, what if we looked at it like he was setting an example for Americans to live, showing us it's okay to live without fear. He didn't let Fox News or CNN or the busybodies down the street decide how he's going to live. He just did his thing. He set an example to dance and party and enjoy life without fear. And I don't love all of his politics, but I can get on board with us moving back into a life where we each evaluate our own risk level and start living again. That's how I choose to look at it, which gives me hope. I'm not letting other people's opinions of that drama affect me. I'll decide how I want to look at it, and I hope you will too. Because my opinion of it is as valuable as anyone else's opinion, and that's what we're getting from news sources now. It's opinions. So decide right now that your opinion, your gut check is more valuable to you than anyone else's. I know mine is. People with agendas on either side want you mad. They want you upset. They want you scared. And then they want you to send them $20 to help them fight it. That's an agenda. And we've played into it for far too long. Because see, you now have options. I mean, you can decide, first of all, you have to decide if the things that you're taking in are really affecting you, other than stressing you out. I mean, if it really is affecting you, then what steps can you do to change it? But if it isn't, then maybe you're creating drama unnecessarily. You're attaching your thoughts to someone else's agenda. And is that agenda going to make your life better today, or is it going to make it worse? It's all about focus. I mean, if you focus on being mad that President Obama had a party, then how's that making your life better? But if you focus on it as giving you an example to live again, and then it gives you hope, that makes me feel better. There's always more than one way to look at things. Never forget that. Try to find the better feeling thought. Have you ever noticed when you're super busy, maybe you have an extra busy work week or the kids are going back to school for the first time, sometimes the things that you've been worrying about seem kind of distant. not so bad because your mind is focused elsewhere. But when things slow down, there they are again. That shows us that a lot of our own suffering is in our heads, not in our actual life. I had an article sent to me recently. It doesn't matter the topic. It applies to everything. But this topic was really getting people upset. And as I'm reading it, I could feel my heart rate going up and my stress level going up. And after I was done, I'm sitting there imagining all these scenarios that could happen in the future, none of them good. So I'm creating this stress in my body over something that doesn't even affect my day-to-day life. So I'm letting someone else's agenda for the day take me on a roller coaster ride of emotions because I didn't get out ahead of it by asking myself, wait a minute, does this really affect me? No, it actually did not. Not literally. It was affecting me in my mind, but it wouldn't in my day-to-day life. Now, what if things are affecting you? Or what if they're affecting your kids? Well, then you have to decide if you're going to do the work to change it. And if you're not, then what is worrying about it going to do? Because worry never changed anything but your stress level. I read a quote that said, worry doesn't take away tomorrow's troubles, it takes away today's peace. Now, right now, I want to give you some peace of mind. I mean, this too shall pass. COVID is eventually going to be a bad memory. Believe it or not, it will be. Whatever else you're going through eventually is going to pass. I love the saying, if you're going through hell, keep on going. I love that because you don't want to stop there. Don't quit. Keep moving forward. It's going to eventually be okay. You're going to be okay. Fear's a big seller. It's a moneymaker right now, and there's ample fear, and there's a lot of money being made because of it, and that's why it keeps going. That's someone else's agenda, though. Reasonable awareness is what's needed. Being aware means you know the risks and you mitigate them how you see fit for you and your family. Don't cave to someone else's agenda. Be smart and think for yourself. Wake up to what you know is right. Now, what does that look like? Well, for me and Eric, we've committed to be as healthy as our bodies are made to be. So we've been eating whole foods, exercising almost every day in some way. We're taking supplements like zinc and magnesium, vitamin C and vitamin D, and some even more than that. We're giving our immune system the ability to fight something if it needs to. And we've committed to making our home a respite, which means everything is maintained and clean and organized and calm. We never have the TV on with the news playing, ever. We don't want that kind of energy floating around our home or our heads. It doesn't do anybody any good. It's not news anymore. It's agenda-driven propaganda. And it doesn't matter what side you're on politically. It's both sides. So get back to basics with yourself, your family, and your friends. Get back to your agenda and off of everyone else's. My challenge to you today is awareness, reasonable awareness, where you make decisions based on making your life the best it can be, your health the best it can be, and your home a respite away from the noise. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you in a few days. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends because we're just going to keep going bigger and better places together, and I love that about us. Talk to you in a few days.